Hello and welcome to Movie Trailer Rankings, where we take a closer look at the latest movie trailers on the internet. Today, we're taking a closer look at Movie Trailer Rankings, and that's so that you can understand a little bit more about the philosophy that we have, the scoring system that we use, and how it is that we come up with that final ranking for each trailer. First, just a word on our philosophy about movie trailers, and that's that they are an art form in and of themselves and deserve the attention that they receive here and also the critique that they receive as well. Making a movie trailer is a lot like taking a photograph. You may not be responsible for the content of what is in the picture itself, but you are responsible for how it is that you frame that picture. What are you leaving in? What are you leaving out? A good movie trailer does those things. It's also a little bit like maybe cooking in a friend's kitchen. You're not responsible for the ingredients that you find, the tools that you have to work with necessarily, but you are still going to try to put together the best recipe that you can so that you have a delicious meal at the end. And so a good movie trailer does those things too. Here at Movie Trailer Rankings, we're going to try to have reviews for trailers as often as we can. Best way to keep up with us is to just hit that like and subscribe button to follow us. You'll get notified with new content whenever it comes out. And so we're hoping to have several trailer reviews a week. And what we want to do is then rank them, put them together, see which ones are the best ones of the week, the best ones of the month, the best ones of the year. We'll talk a little bit about how it is that we plan to do that. And let's talk first about some of the things that we're not going to be reviewing during this process. And we're going to call those critical non-factors. These are things that come with the movie. They're part of the movie making production process, but they're not necessarily part of the trailer editing process. And so these are things, baggage that comes with the movie, things that the trailer editor either has to work with, work around, to include, to not include. And as they show up in the trailer, sometimes these are things that are going to affect our perception of the movie, but we want to try as much as we can to not let them affect our perception of the trailer itself. So these could be things like casting decisions. You may really like an actor that's in a movie, or you may really hate an actor that's in a movie, but that's not something that the trailer editor has control over. They have to feature the main actors in the trailer. They're going to do that. We're not going to hold that against them. Some of it is just lighting, color, anything that would happen during production. Some superhero movies, I just really don't like the costume design, but I can't hold that against the trailer editor, so we're not going to do that at this time. We're going to identify them. We're going to call them critical non-factors, and we're going to kind of set those aside. So every trailer that we rank here, we'll have 2 or 3 of those things that we'll identify. It's not an exhaustive list, but it is enough for us to know, okay, we see these things, we identify them, we're not going to let them affect as much as we can. We're not going to let them affect our rating of the trailer. So let's move on to our ranking rubric. These are the categories that we use to score each trailer. We have 5 categories. We score 1 to 10. They are technical, style, music and audio, narrative, and impact. Technical means this is just sort of the technical side of editing together a trailer. So how well are the cuts made? How's the timing for the audio? Basically, can you tell what's going on? So if you have this question after watching a trailer, what did I just watch? Then that would probably give a low score on the technical end. Something that is just really tight, really slick, might score very high on a technical end. Style is more the artistic side of things. So what kind of liberties are they taking artistically when they put the trailer together? Now, this might actually pull something from the film that they're featuring, and a lot of good trailers will do that. And so if it's an artistic film, it will have an artistic trailer. Sometimes you see the opposite. And so those would be places where we would score kind of low on the style side of things. Music and audio is pretty much what it says it is. Now, this is how is it that they're using either the soundtrack from the film, if it's available to them, or music on top of that, sound effects, use of those as well. Narrative is the category that you're probably most familiar with when it comes to movie trailers. Often when you see a movie trailer, you'll hear people react and say, oh, they gave away the whole movie. Well, that's because there is a narrative aspect to this art form. How do they use the story that is in the movie itself, and how do they construct a story around the elements in the trailer as well to present to you enough to know what's going on, but not too much so that you feel like you've either already seen it or feel like you don't need to go see it. Remember, one of the goals of making a movie trailer is an advertisement. You want people to come and to see the movie. That's always the basis of the most successful aspect of the trailer. Do you want to see more? And there's a story aspect to that. And that we call that narrative, and we rank on that. Impact is where all of that idea kind of comes together. How much has this movie trailer made you want to come and see the movie itself? Do you actually feel like you've seen too much? Has it turned you off? Has it turned you on? Do you really want to go see this film now after watching this trailer? And that is our impact rank. It's really that marketing aspect of this art form. How successful is it at marketing to you? So we score against all these categories 1 to 10, and then to get our final ranking, we take those numbers and get an average. It's just a statistical average of those scores to get our final ranking. And then what we want to do is compare them against the other trailers that have come out that week, come out that month, and come out that year to see which ones are the best trailers out there. So this is our opinion. This is our take on things. Obviously, there's a subjective nature to this. It is art in that way. And so what we just want to do is put out our opinion here and invite you to comment on us. Let us know what you think. Did we get it right? Did we get it wrong? You tell us. And so we're excited to hear from you and have you be a part of that process. And we want your feedback. We want your opinion. So be sure to like and subscribe and follow us. Let us know what you think of what it is that we're doing. That helps us out as we move forward too. So thanks for listening and coming along for the ride. We'll see you later.